Hi everybody, Amethyst Moonflower here. Welcome beautiful souls. Today I'm not in my basement, as you can see. I'm actually upstairs and I'm using this gorgeous natural light on this beautiful almost spring day, and I got this pretty little mermaid background that I have set up. It's a sheet, but it's got this beautiful mermaid feel to it, so I'm really digging it. Pisces New Moon today, yay, and I'm a Pisces, and I was born under a new moon, so this is really, really exciting for me. It's kind of like a full circle moment in my little chart, I guess you can say. This video is going to be a little bit of a life update video to kind of let you know what's going on, what I've been up to, what my plans are, and a little bit of a talking about some new tarot decks that I picked up. If you're a member of my online Facebook group, the Sanctuary of Amethyst Moonflower, then you've probably already seen the pictures that I posted of them yesterday. But we'll be talking about those as well because I'm also really excited about it. But life, yes, everything is really freaking exciting for me right now. And I'm kind of, in this crazy spot. At the beginning of the year, I was really manifesting my forever home, my dream home that I've always wanted. I've always wanted my own home that I own and not live in this tiny little apartment anymore. I mean, and I love my apartment. It serves its purpose, but I have outgrown it. My family has outgrown it, and we need a home. So I was been really focusing on manifesting my dream home or my forever home with my family, and it is at this point no longer going to be a dream home. It's going to be reality, and I'm really stinking super excited. And we have already gone to the mortgage company, and there have been we've got some really good news. We're pretty much approved at where we're at, but there was a couple things with my credit that needed some fixing. Not bad things, not hard things. It was just kind of like something that I never heard of before called ghost credit. And apparently if you're not active on that, if your credit is not active for like a certain amount of time, then all of your points just kind of like disappear, which is really weird. I didn't know that was a thing. So we just had to do this little trick. Sorry if you can hear the cars. I have my windows open. But where since my husband had a couple credit cards, he pretty much just put me on as a card holder for one of his credit cards, and it transferred the credit that he had to my name as well. So now we share credit, and so now my credit is active again. I just got the update on my Credit Karma this morning, which is perfect alignment because now I just got done a little bit ago letting my mortgage lender know that my score is finally updated and now it's all good to go. And probably tomorrow he'll want us to come in and start talking about the big stuff, the approval part, what we're qualified for, what kind of money we're looking at towards, the kind of houses that we're looking at. And we've already kind of discussed what kind of program we're going to be going with, which is like a rural housing development, which doesn't require us to put a down payment, which is really super awesome because, part of what I was manifesting was that it wouldn't require a bunch of money for us to walk in, and it's not going to be expensive payment-wise. So I'm really looking towards something that is already cost-wise, what we're already paying here or less. That's my goal. That I am not going to accept anything less than that, and me and the universe are already in perfect alignment for that, and I've already seen a few options that are matching exactly everything that we want and desire, and it's just like moving in this crazy, awesome flow, and I'm really super excited about it. I couldn't be happier with the way things are going, and I really wanted to share this with you guys because as a part of what I vision for my spiritual business is to be able to work from home, but then to also provide like a public venue for rituals, for public rituals and circles and my crystal healing and my Reiki, and I need a building or a space. And I kind of was like, look, universe, what would be perfect is like a house that has a large barn, because then I can renovate the barn and turn it into the building that I need. And even like a 2-story barn, that's just a really big space that that me and my husband, because he's, a handy man, and he also is working on that business on his own. Well, not on his own. I'm working on it with him, but his own thing, being a contractor or a handyman and that sort. So he's really good at renovations and things, and I'm really good at DIY, and I just see this barn in my mind and this beautiful farmhouse, and we've already found the home. Like, we just have to go get it, pretty much. And we're so close, and I will finally be able to create the sanctuary of Amethyst Moonflower as a physical, real place, and it makes me so happy. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry because the universe is doing it, guys, and you don't really believe until it's real, okay? I'm sorry if I'm crying, but it's real, all right? And you just have to believe it's real, because then it works, okay? And there's so much things that can go around following your dreams. And that's why Pisces season underneath this new moon is so important, because I want to share with you guys that your life can be exactly how you envisioned it. You just have to believe that it's real, and to be grateful for everything that you have and everything that's coming for you. I mean, the manifestation mindset and the attitude of gratitude are very, very powerful things. And imagination is a download from the source. I have discovered that when you imagine something, it's not just a part of your brain. It's not your brain coming up with stuff. Your imagination is a download from source, and he's giving it to you as a gift to show you what is possible in your life. And a Pisces has a special ability to be a little bit more in tune with that imagination and download. But there are lessons in every sign, even if it's not your sign, even if you don't have it in your chart or you lack it in some way, doesn't mean that you can't align to that energy, because there's a lesson in every sign for us to learn. And imagination and following your dreams and believing in your dreams and believing in love and all these things is the gift of the Pisces. And right now we also know that Mercury retrograde is in Pisces sign, and I am perfectly okay with this Pisces in retrograde, because it's forcing us to take a moment and pause. And just because there for a moment, like in my life where I was at right before the Mercury retrograde, the looking for a house thing was just like, let's do it, let's go. And then when the retrograde hit, it slowed everything down. It was like, look, you can't push too hard. You have to just let the universe flow and allow it to do its job so that it can all come together like a perfect little puzzle. And that's where we're at right now in our life. It's literally exactly how it's going on. It is telling me, stop, breathe. Don't stop working on what you're doing. Don't stop thinking about what it is that you want. Don't stop sending those messages out. But the actions kind of need a little bit of time to line up around you in the world so that it can come to you. And as soon as the retrograde is over, it can start moving forward again. And it's an opportunity for us to just really bring it all into center and to not stop dreaming and to realize that it is happening. And this isn't just me talking about my personal life. This is me also sending you a message to activate you and to remind you that this is the time to just say thank you. Thank you, God, Goddess, Source, everything. Just thank you. And that I love you. And, this is also a very emotional time. I mean, obviously I got a little emotional there. I mean, I am a double water sign, and this stuff makes me emotional, not in a sad way, but in a happy way, in an excited, grateful way. And that's what I want for you too, is to be excited and grateful, and to not let things like fear and sadness and depression and anxiety to weigh you down, because that's all it's doing, is it's holding you back and weighing you down. I mean, yes, all those things are real, and we're allowed to feel our feelings, and we all go into shadow phases, but it's also time to realize that shadow phase is over, you guys. Shadow phase for the season, it's almost springtime. We are moving out of winter. Shadow phase, we had our moment of solitude. We had our moment of inner work, and the inner work will never stop. There's always going to be something for us to work on and to move on into the next level. But now is also a time to wake up and refresh yourself, and to, just be awake and alive in life, and to enjoy life, and to see the possibilities of the future, and to be grateful that we still have another day. And, it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to cry. It's okay, because those tears are cleansing. And this is also, speaking of cleansing, this is a perfect time to do that emotional cleanse work. That's what this moment is. We're in a Pisces retrograde and a Pisces new moon, and it's time to renew the emotions, renew the spirit on a deep, deep level. Clean your house physically, clean your house spiritually and magically. Do it to yourself. Take that spiritual bath. Go on if you can, do a physical body cleanse, where you're not just washing yourself, but actually cleansing yourself with juice and water, and take herbal supplements to help cleanse your system out. Do a detox if you can, like a 7-day or a 5-day, whatever you can handle. It's really important to get all that stuff out right now, because, the winter time, we eat a lot of not the best food, because of the holidays and because it's winter, and we eat more when we're in the house and stuff like that. And we're moving into the springtime, and we've all set these amazing goals for, at the beginning of the year, our resolutions and stuff like that of losing weight. And this is usually around the time when people started already to fall off of their resolutions, and it's time to come back and focus, on those resolutions, reset those goals, and, move forward, do that cleanse, do that purge, do what you need to do to get rid of all that extra baggage, so that as we move into the spring, we can just feel light and refreshed and ready, and make room for the future, and make room for the love, and make room for the light. Because I always view light as in a perfect balance. Life is in a perfect balance. We have a shadow phase and we have a light phase. And just like with my oracle cards and my tarot cards I'm going to show you here in a minute, light and shadow. And there's a time and a place for everything. But right now is a time for the light. The light is growing, the light is gaining, And let's align ourselves to that energy, and let's just make room for that in our lives, and let's be that energy. Because in order to attract the energy that you want, you have to be in alignment. And it's hard to be in alignment when you're not in that space. So create the space. And remember that your body is a temple and is your sacred space. So cleanse your sacred space. Your physical body is very important to take care of, especially, all throughout the year. But this is a time for that detox and cleansing in your space. And since I'm going through a moving process, I've been already started the packing. I have jump started on it because I got a lot of things, and I like to make sure that my stuff is packed really nicely because, that's just a little bit of who I am. I like things to be organized in that way. And so I do take my time, but while I'm taking my time, I'm cleansing the item physically to make sure it's clean as I put it in the box, or I'm deciding if it's even something that I want to take with me into the future. And I've been getting rid of a lot of things too. I've been making room because I don't want to take stuff that I don't need or stuff that I don't want into my new space. I'm preparing my new space before I've even gotten into my new space. So it's really important to think like that, So and that's another thing to point out is that, my sacred space downstairs, because like I said, I've already started packing and things like that, a lot of that stuff is already in boxes. All my books, all my crystals, well, not all of my crystals, but like majority of my crystals, like all my stuff is already packed. And so my sacred space is pretty much just some curtains on the walls and tables and stuff that are just sitting around as furniture, and it's not a sacred space anymore in the sense of how it was set up. It is now just a storage space, and it's got a lot of stuff left to do, but it is not ready yet. So at this moment, this is probably going to be my setup for a while, is using the kitchen or the living room as we do these videos and things, just because I only have a few things available to my access and convenience, and the light is better anyways. So yeah, my life, it's crazy, and I'm excited about it, and I love my life, and I just want to pass this happiness and joy onto you guys as well, and hopefully there's something in there that you guys can relate to or get excited about as well. So yay, yay, yay. And on to the other part where I said I was going to talk about what I picked up. I got, here, let me switch them around. I have the Wild Unknown Tarot, and I have Starseed Oracle. The Wild Unknown from Kim Kranz and Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel, the Starseed Oracle. So amazing, amazing, stunning, beautiful decks. I'm really super excited about them. The Wild Unknown is a very popular deck. If you haven't heard of it, where have you been? But I was really super drawn to this deck as soon as I saw it. Other people using it online and stuff like that. Look at this. This is the outer sheet that you take off. And this is the big old keepsake box that it comes in. Beautiful. These are all the suits. And the artwork is just super stunning. This big chunky book comes inside. And what I really like about this set that I haven't seen in any of my other decks yet that I've gotten is that it comes with a big box that it stores it all in, but it also comes with a smaller portable size like all my other Oracle cards do. So I really like that it comes with a smaller box, because my other two tarot decks that I do have, they do have bigger boxes, but they don't have the smaller box. So you have to put the cards in the big box, and it's just a thing, and I hate it, but I love the idea of including a smaller box so that you don't have to use the big box in order to store your cards. If you don't want to use like bags or sachets or whatever to store your cards in. Comes with a little ribbon to help pull them out. And if you haven't already seen the cards, they're not hard to find. There's lots of reviews and a lot of people use them. So, but I just connected with it right away. And it's perfect for, dealing with shadow work or just that deep inner knowing work. And I love the images. Look at this. Oh my gosh. What is this one? This is the Nine of Swords. Gorgeous. The artwork is just amazing. The Three of Swords. I love the energy of this deck. Oh, the Chariot. Everything about this deck is just gorgeous. I really connected with it as soon as I started using it. Even my husband has been really connecting with this deck as well. And it's not even his. It's technically mine. Oh my gosh. The High Priestess. Gorgeous. The images are not exactly, what I'm used to for images. But in a way, it's actually kind of easy for me to read them. Easier for me to read them for some reason. At least, in a certain aspect. I'm getting another level of reading out of them that I've never gotten out of other deck before. So, like I said, super excited to start using these. And, oh, yes. Everything about this deck is a yes. So, I highly recommend it if you're looking for a new deck. I wouldn't say it's for everybody. Some of the images in here might be triggering. If you're a type of person that gets triggered by gore, some of the images might be a little, no. But, it's not like other art that I've seen before. It's definitely different kind of art. But I enjoy it. I love it. And I totally dig it. And I'm going to keep using it. And I hope that when I use them in the future, they'll give really great readings for everybody else. The other deck that I got, the Starseed Oracle, is the second in the collection that I have already, the Work Your Light Oracle from Rebecca Campbell and Daniel Noel. This was the one that I got last year, and then I got this one. And if you compare them side by side, the Starseed Oracle is a little bit bigger than the Work Your Light Oracle because this one has 53 cards in it and the Work Your Light only has 44. So there is 9 more extra cards in this one. And my favorite part is, the box. Gorgeous. Never saw this done before. Love this idea. Love the concept. Love the art. It comes with this cute little book that's got all the information in it. And this beautiful pastel background that almost disappears in my mermaid background, but yes. And, I am a starseed. I've always known that I was starseed ever since I was a little girl. Even when I was a little girl, I remember telling my mom that I wasn't from Earth, that I was actually an alien from outer space, and I came from this other planet called Freaky Saturn. It was actually one of Saturn's moons, and I knew exactly how many miles away from the Earth it was, and all sorts of crazy things. And my mom was always like, "Where did you get this from?" And I'm pretty sure I was abducted, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, anyways, I'm definitely an alien, at least in spirit, and so I'm really connected to the Starseed energy. These cards are by far so stunning. One's the Void. Oh. Everything about this deck is stunning. The artwork is similar to the first deck, but it's different. It's not the same images, but the style is the same. And the meanings of the cards are different and everything like that. So it is a different theme, but the artwork style is the same, which I love. And when I first opened it, I was in the car because I couldn't wait to open it. So I opened it while we was driving, and I literally kind of cried a little bit when I was looking at the images because, oh my gosh, look at that. The inner earth. Everything about this deck is perfect. I couldn't have asked for anything more or expected anything less than what I got, and I was so happy and just ready to use it. As soon as I started working with it, I love the feel. The cardstock is nice and sturdy, and it's matte. Both of these decks are matte, and I just can't get enough of them, and I'm so ready to just I never saw myself as a tarot and oracle collector, but now that I've got a couple more to my collection, I'm already looking at finding more. My husband's like, I thought you wasn't going to get a whole bunch, but I guess it's better to be addicted to tarot and oracle cards and crystals and incense than it is to be addicted to crack. I wouldn't say it's any cheaper, but it's definitely better. So yeah, these cards are amazing. I'm really, really happy and excited to use them. And I just want to share them with you. My review for both of them, 5 stars, highly recommend. And what's great is that, you know, you got the light and the shadow. Perfect. Because that's what Pisces kind of is. Underneath this Pisces New Moon, it's important to talk about the fact that there is a light and a shadow element to the symbol. I mean, you got 2 fishes, yin and yang, swimming together in an infinite circle. And it's just a balancing effect. And because it's the last sign in the zodiac wheel before the zodiac year starts again, it kind of takes on a little bit of every sign before it, and it looks into the past, it looks into the karmic energy and everything like that. There's so much to the sign, and every year I've kind of learned a little bit more and more about my sign. But I've also been learning more about my moon, which is in Aquarius, and my sun, which is or my rising, which is in Scorpio. So I kind of got a little bit of an interesting chart, at least in my own perspective. I kind of feel like there's a lot going on there, especially since Aquarius is... the Aquarius moon is kind of a little bit of a detached emotionally type of moment there, where there's not as much emotion. It's actually one of the least emotional signs to be in a moon, so it makes your emotions really cut. But then I'm stuck between 2 water signs, which are highly emotional, so my emotions can kind of either be, I ain't got no emotion at all, I'm completely cut off, or I'm in way too fucking deep. Excuse my language, but yeah, I can either go way too deep or not at all. There's really no in between with me. But, you know, it kind of depends on the situation and the people that I'm around. I'm generally a very loving and highly emotional, intuitive person, but I do have that kind of ability to be like, nope. If I've reached a point with someone or something, a situation that just no longer, if I cut ties, it's done. It's done. There's no retie, there's no coming back. It's just, sorry, I gave you 10 chances and I'm done. I might not even give you that many. I'm actually kind of like one of those people that'll be like, look, I gave you a couple tries and it didn't work. But that's okay. It's not everything works, but that's just how I am. I guess that kind of makes me a little cold in some ways, but I also realize that as an empath, it's important to, you know, not to set boundaries between people. So that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother conversation. This video was supposed to be just a life update and tarot talk video. Not a all about me video. So I'm sorry if I kind of went off on a little tangent. I guess I'm just really excited. I'm really happy to be here with you guys, and I'm really just ready to see where the universe takes me, and I'm wishing everybody the best. Best Pisces New Moon. Remember, cleanse and purify yourself and your space and your life, and do all the things and charge your crystals and do whatever it is that makes you feel good. And if you have to cry, don't feel bad about it. It's emotionally cleansing and purifying. And don't forget that with this tax season, because that's the money that I use to buy these. I mean, and I'm not even ashamed to say it. I mean, some people get more, some people get less, you know. I'm not going to say how much I got because that's not important. But the point is that you want to take your money and be responsible with it, but you also want to kind of don't be afraid to spoil yourself a little bit. You know, I always take my money and I break it up into like this much is going here to the important, responsible life stuff, and then me and my husband split the little bit that's left over, and we're allowed to get ourselves something special that we've been wanting for a while, because this is kind of like adult Christmas. Kids get real Christmas, adults get tax return Christmas, and that's just how it is. And I kind of prefer it a little bit that way, especially since my birthday's March 5th. So it's kind of like an early Christmas or birthday present for myself. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, just don't be afraid to kind of like live the dream for a minute. You know, if there's something that you want, go get it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting nice things, and there's nothing wrong with giving yourself nice things or doing something nice for yourself because it makes you feel good, you know? Don't put everything towards responsibilities and not leave anything for yourself, but don't just do fun stuff and not take care of responsibilities, you know, unless you're completely debt-free and you have nowhere else for that stuff to go, which really, who's that, you know? So keep the balance. Like always, you know, we're all about keeping the balance. You know, have fun, work hard, play harder, all right? So I would like to wish you all a wonderful, happy Pisces New Moon, and I hope you're all feeling as amazing as I am, if not more, and I wish you all the best. So thank you all for being here with me. I hope I wasn't too all over the place. So let me know what you guys think of this video, if you like this style of video, if you like my new background, or if you like my crown, or if you like my cards, or if you don't, I'm sorry. But yeah, so have a beautiful, happy day, and I'll be seeing you guys all next time. Blessed be.